challenge. You know, we only have a couple minutes. Okay? Yes, no, I can't hear you.
Oh, sure.
We can always use more time.
You got to do it more time, Steve. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to count 1 to 13, starting with Jason. 1, 2, Kevin.
Oh, 3, 4,
Katrina.
6,
7, 8,
9, 10,
11.
12, 13.
Oh. Whoa,
I was
okay.
going to be lucky 13, but you can be 13 if you want.
Okay, now we're going to start with 1 again.
So he'd be 1.
No, he did 13. Well, you can do 13 if you like. Go
She
ahead.
did 13.
No, you did.
He did 13.
Okay.
Laura's 1,
I'll be 2.
3,
4,
5,
6,
7.
8,
9,
9. Did Steve or Mike, are you part of it?
He probably needs to be on the camera.
Oh, I counted you. Okay. Mark?
It'd be good for me to flow.
All right, I'm messing this up, guys. Okay.
Flow with it.
Okay, so I am 10? Okay, now all the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, get together with your up until 10, and then we'll figure out from 11 to 13. So pair up together.
Before we break, I want to finish. You talk about Jackson.
So 3, 5, 7. Okay.
6.
7,
Who's the number?
6.
7.
You're 6?
I'm 7.
Okay, what did you say? 8.
I was the last boy.
6.
Well, I thought I was
I know, I don't do that.
You're 6.
Yeah, yours is good.
Good to see you again.
So I can't sit down and dance. Are you 13?
Okay.
Are you going over there?
Let's go back to the 20. What are we doing?
I guess we'll sit over there. Everybody look at it.
Okay, guys, find your seats.
Jason?
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move
Do we need a
to
lesson?
the video.
Can she
And
get
it's
it?
called 5 Friends. Can we turn off the lights so you can see it a little better? Okay, it's a little short 2.5 video, and I found this online. And they talk about their biggest challenges.
Host Larry Winget here. This week's My Friends blog is about our biggest challenges, either personally or professionally. Mine won't surprise any of you if you are a fan of what I do or have read any of my books or follow me at all. Things bother me. The stupidity of other people. I have no tolerance for it, no patience for it. It bothers me when people talk in movie theaters and when they litter or when in a grocery store they park in the fire lane simply because they're too damn lazy to walk from that parking place to get in the front door thinking that a fire will never happen, or when they park in handicapped parking, or run red lights and do all of the things that people do. I believe that action is based in entitlement, rudeness, and a lack of respect for others. And they think that rules should apply to everybody else, but certainly not to them. I have to learn to deal with that so it doesn't eat me up, because I can tell you that sometimes I get to the point that it really bothers me way too much. I just have to accept the fact that people are idiots. I can prove it.
Hey, it's Joe Calloway. I'm sitting here trying to come up with my biggest challenge because a lot of things come to mind. But you know what I think it might be is execution. I love ideas, and that's a good thing in my business because I'm in the idea business. But the problem is I love ideas so much that I'm kind of a victim of my, as my friend Marty Grunder would say, the squirrel syndrome, which I have a great idea, I go to work on it, and then all of a sudden, squirrel, I see another idea. And I think, well, whoa, that idea is even better. And so I leave the one that I'm on, and I go after the new one, and then I go after the new one after that. So I think if there's one challenge that I really need to work on, it would be I need to stick with the good idea that I've got and execute fully. Always on the lookout for the next idea, but let's finish one before I jump ship and start another.
Hey, it's Randy Pennington here, and someone suggested that we do a piece on our biggest challenge. And I immediately had questions. Are these personal challenges, professional challenges, stuff that I allow just to tick me off and take up my time and energy? Then it hit me. Although it's not my only challenge by any means, one of my biggest challenges is that I tend to overthink just about everything. That ability to see all sides of an issue and generate new possibilities is a strength when I'm working with my clients. But it can be a real challenge when it gets in the way of taking decisive action. So that's it. I need to stop overanalyzing without being overly reckless. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it until another idea pops into my head. I'll see you next time.
Hi, this is Mark Sanborn, and we're focusing on our greatest personal or professional challenge. I have many, and I have many imperfections, but the one I'm going to focus on right now is my general lack of patience. Time is our most precious resource. You can enjoy time without money, but you can't enjoy money without time. So I hate it when somebody wastes my time. It makes me nuts when in the marketplace, a service provider isn't conscious of my time and takes their good old time doing what it is they're supposed to be doing. While there might be a slight upside to paying attention to time to get more done and to be efficient, the downside is it makes your family, friends, and others nuts. Not only do you raise your blood pressure, but you raise theirs as well. So I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to keep it short and save you time. Let me just say this. I struggle with it. Be conscious of your time. Just don't be obnoxious about it.
Hey, Scott, so if anybody asked the other 5 friends who would be the last one to get his video in, I think I would have probably gotten all of the votes. For everyone knows, my single biggest challenge is procrastination. Getting things done, staying organized. Now, it's easy to pass it off and say, oh, I'm a creative type, right? I mean, I'm an artist. I don't follow those traditional specific rules. But the challenge is it's tough when you're in business. And so the problem that I have, and the one I certainly need to work on, is how do you get more disciplined to get the small stuff done? Oh, don't get me wrong, I turn my books and my big projects in on time, but the nitty-gritty things or the daily activities are the ones that's most difficult for me. So my pledge to you is that I'm going to work on my challenge, and I hope you work on it as well. How do you stay more organized and disciplined in challenging times?
Okay, so now the task at hand is to, let's look at it again. What is your biggest challenge? And while you do that, think of the whys. It can be 3 whys, it can be 5 whys. But your partner is going to ask you, why? 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 Why is that your biggest challenge? And every time they answer you, ask why. And see if we can get down to the root of it. Why is that? It's a process. Why is that process not functioning properly? Okay, we have 10 minutes?
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, so what's your why?
I'm going to talk about I would probably say prospects of the next year was
I tend to overanalyze everything. So why? To the point where like
yeah, but I've given you some
why didn't you go? Why didn't you go? Why don't they?
I've given up doing some of the things that I have to do to existing. I should just say yeah. I took some new stuff because what's your biggest challenge? Yeah, actually I agree.
You're getting older now.
Why?
Why do you just feel that? I guess I don't
know why.
What else? Why would it? Why else would it?
I think everyone likes to have control. I think everyone likes to have control. Somewhat of it.
Why would you not?
I'm a very controlling person. lessons. I have to bend and break sometimes because I work with my dad right there.
I love the first guy saying,
Really is bad at,
Why do they see
letting it take control.
But I'm like,
I don't like being taken control, set up fireworks with them.
I mean, I like people who want to like that, like,
Making sure, like, this is a schedule, like, everyone else has a schedule to work in. It just pops up as
why
things.
do you think you come across as, like,
So he's like,
not someone who is
I can be nice, but to the ones that are pretty
mine is always heavy.
I was saying that you're it's not me, it's just I'm feeling like they have a conversation. But my other job,
I mean, I think it's what you think, like, his age is just so relative, because there's some kids that are really,
So now it's like this bigger thing.
people take it seriously.
And
I mean, there's one that kids on, like, chart teams, right? So why are they on chart?
I don't know, it all hides it.
Is there an idea that
It's like, not really bad,
you know,
just like,
want to share with
I don't know, just wrapped it. You just have to not really, it's a bit of a core.
Right, right. So what do you do to get control?
I just let it go.
Okay, what about you?
I work out, that helps a bit. Like, I work out right before I go to work, so their lack of control for that place, they're horrible. I know, actually downtown, like, Jason, and I spend my time and I'm getting my work done. They don't do their job, and I just never yeah. So they're like, no, that's what we get to. And then they want to cross check every single area, which is like they want to do capture, they want to do producing everything. And the last thing I have, and the two things I'm not trained in is creating the software and killing the bugs. That's how I can't do the donations because I'm not a guy. And guys only do donations because heavy lifting. I tried doing it and I got hurt a couple of times. I help out when needed, but I don't want to do it. Yeah, I usually don't like to go watch like a year and a half and then move on and then so tired. My dad, I've been with for like 3 years now, so I'm sticking with that one. I was at a delivery place, that place stresses me out because I don't want to run their job. Because maybe I should just let my dad start.
Does it help you reach your goals?
Then I can be more lost and I can control everything. And then I'll be like, this is harder than it looks. I guess I should probably give other people credit. Well, and that's just it. I'm a realtor. I so to me, it's my target to run the business. Really, but it's not it's really not. But it is what it's not. But it gives you more control. Not as strong as control. Whatever you do at one time, I don't have to do anything. I don't even want to. To be lazy.
Is there an investment on their part? So do you think that's what maybe also starting like that people are starting
Yeah, I'm learning that because I'm taking such classes.
But don't you think there might be other people like
just like, because I was deciding between marketing and business, and like, I like the business aspect better than the marketing.
even if
Because I took a
monetarily?
marketing class, I didn't like it. So, the reason I'm doing my business is I don't even care
You guys have the right intention.
Yeah, I get to do it most of the time because I live all over the river, so I don't want to drive all the way to my parents' house and then drive all the way back to my room. So I usually just do it from home. Like I go to the twice a week or all of it's related stuff. I really have like a specific schedule. I don't do calls. I don't like phone calls, but I try to do it.
I didn't even know what that is.
What do you do? I'm free to but yeah, but I send out emails to my dad and I make sure that whatever stuff is. So in that time, like going in between like what to do and why people are doing that. Really doing more.
Why did you?
But maybe it's I don't memorize what it's going why did you recognize that at that point would not be an issue for you? There's some chill. Why does it matter?
So the people just, they get excited.
So then, what do you want to do to start working out, being able to so that's a good opportunity.
How many people do you
Providing with the same.
Right. Well, in my business, I do
Yeah, you see it like
it seems like like a major town. That's for like taking a corner.
oh yeah, my mom
Yeah, so I mean, people
yep, it doesn't bother me if I actually it's probably my dad says an outline which you I mean, I'm kind of one of those people, like, some policy from, like, insurance companies, and oh, I know, so I'm like, I'm not doing that last year. There's no one to know, and you can, like, help me out. And then they call again, maybe that's what I need to do right now. Maybe it's more now that yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so I didn't get that.
I know you guys are having a great time. You can talk a little bit later. Awesome. We had some great insight, I think, with Dana and myself and Cheryl. So that's really cool. And hopefully you've got each other's phone numbers. You can go back emails and you can talk more about this. It's an ongoing process. So one thing I forgot to do when I stepped up here was to introduce who am I? I know some of you I don't know. So I'm one of 30 people of Tanglewood Conservatories, and I do various things, but I could go through the different areas, and I am the person who makes the initial contact. I do the pre-sales, I do the sale, I do the servicing, and I do the client for life, and we're working now on legacy. So I touch all those different 6 areas with a number of other people in our organization. So my name is Nancy Burtz. I started Tanglewood Conservatories with my husband, Alan Stein, in 1994, 22 years. We birthed 22 years ago. As I said, we have 30 people that work for our company right now. We brought 3 people with us today, and I have the pleasure, I'm thrilled to introduce these 3 people. And we have, how many? I'm not very good at math, guys, so there's 5 of us. There's 25 people back at home. We miss you, and we hope you're enjoying this event. So, without ado, I'm going to introduce Cheryl. Cheryl is in charge of finance, and she is going to talk about the 530 grid, which is the business for life.